they would not be friends, for one. They probably would definitely not be working on the profession that they do. They wouldn't have the accents that they do. Holy shit. They'd be able to say everything perfectly well. Kind of like Anton does this obnoxious American voice.
He does. It's kind of...
it's like there's news announcers in a way.
When we start doing talking role plays, because sometimes when we're out or something, we'll start talking in character and stuff. And, yes, we're that kind of nerd.
He has this very obnoxious...
I take on Anton and say, yes, I do a really bad fake German voice. And
but the American voice is even worse.
And it's like Anton has this thing where he'll be talking with Emery or somebody, and he'll be like, going back and forth with him and stuff, and
he'll recite something.
He knows that Emery cannot stand the American voice, so he'll be talking to her, and then he just breaks into like, "Hello there, little lady," and she's just like, "No, stop it, no, oh God, you're gonna rip your face off, no."
If you go to her gallery and you look at Anton, you cannot imagine this guy talking like
I
this.
can.
No.
I know why, because there's a sucker born every minute. That's the reason why. It's your fault. It's your fault.
Even they have an accent.
American accent.
But even they have an accent
I don't
when they're...
care.
You don't care.
That's what it reminds me of. Is, hey there, little lady, how's it going?
No.
Salesman. That is what it reminds me of. The old school salesman.
That's a very
that would
creepy
really
salesman.
drum up stuff. But you know you've heard it.
Yes,
you've heard that accent before.
I know.
Step right up, ladies and gentlemen. That kind of voice.
Let's see, the Facade Crew. The Facade Crew would not be the Facade Crew. That's pretty much as far as I'm going to go with any of them. They would not be. I can't even go into detail about any of them because they're kind of really placed back.
Hush, too.
Yeah. So, let's see. College punks.
Oh
my God. Emery would probably be the Anton.
Or the Elsa.
Oh my God, yes. No.
Berkeley will probably
be the Hemingway. Maybe.
Well, he'd be more like a obnoxious Hemingway, a really annoying Hemingway. He'd probably be a pain in the ass, actually. Carnegie.
Carnegie, if you had to, flip him around, Lexington, the way that Lexington acts, because Carnegie can be a bitch.
More the goodness of humanity showing through.
Yeah, Carnegie.
Not that Carnegie's a bad guy.
Yeah, he's not a bad guy, but he is very particular, and he does not really care if there's another interest other than what he has. Mm-hmm. So he can come off as a bitch sometimes.
He'd be more interested in everybody.
Yeah, and he'd be a people person.
Now,
he is not a people person.
If Carnegie and Juilliard can retain what you're interested in to what they're interested in, it works. Like Christian, what she does.
Exactly.
Juilliard would be a freaking sweetheart. She'd
be the character that you originally planned her as.
Yeah, originally Juilliard was planned to be kind of more of a younger school type girl. Like, she was a bit more innocent and sweet, I guess you could say. And then it's like
very
slowly
coy.
Being around Carnegie corrupted her. I blame Carnegie.
I blame Juilliard for Carnegie.
Well, they work.
They corrupted each other.
They bounced off of each other enough. They created this perfect equilibrium of hell. That's what happened.
Princeton
would not be tripping over his feet all the goddamn time. He would probably not be interested at all in the way that they're designed. He would not be interested at all in, because he's very much, it's so funny. The derpiest character in the College Punks crew
is their valuable.
He's the most valuable person because he's so interested in the way they're put together, because they are very unique. He's so interested in the way they're put together that he studied it and studied their creators' files on them, and basically knows how to fix everybody. So if anybody gets damaged, they go to Princeton. And it's really funny because everyone kind of has Princeton's low man on the totem pole, because the fact that he's tripping over himself. He's like a teenage.
Himself.
He's like a teenage boy. Yeah, he had to fix himself. That's why he learned part of the reason too. But think of him like a teenage kid, that guy that makes the immature jokes and he's derp and he's stupid sometimes.
Yeah, and by tradition, he wouldn't be the type of person you would go to professionally, but he's the one that knows it all. He's
actually really good, and he can actually be quite professional when he wants to be.
Yeah.
Just he's not always. But yeah, if we were going for a completely out of character, Princeton would be more with it. He'd have things in control. He'd probably be more suave. And
oh, God.
would not be tripping. Yeah, swallow Princeton. What? He'd probably be tripping. Not tripping over himself as much, and he probably wouldn't even give a damn about fixing people or wanting to know how to fix people.
Dartmouth. Oh, God. Dartmouth's a jackass. He's a complete douchebag around people. If he was out of character, he would probably be kind of how he is towards Princeton, but with everybody else. All buddy-buddy and okay.
Buddy.
Yeah, and not really, giving a damn. He also is very jealous. He gets very jealous sometimes.
Yeah.
For a particular reason. So he wouldn't be at all as jealous if he was out of character. He probably would love Columbia, whereas...
Oh, God, he can't stand her right now.
No, so...
He'd probably be more open about things. He wouldn't be as shy when it comes to certain aspects of his life.
Yeah. Columbia...
If Columbia was a complete 180.
She'd be tame.
She'd be tame. She'd be very quiet and timid. She'd probably be... She'd be one of those little shy Japanese girls that doesn't say much and just kind of, sits there really quietly and just smiles and kind of waves and looks really terrified of everything that's going on around her because something might kill her or something.
Yeah. Harvard wouldn't be sick. I'm not going to go into detail about why he is...
Yes, we have a stick with an illness.
Yeah, why in quotations he is sick. But he wouldn't be sick for one. He'd probably be... He gets very hyperactive, but not... He's within
not
reason.
Hyperactive for long.
Yeah, I mean, if he was out of character, he would be Columbia. He would be constantly bouncing around and everything. He wouldn't give a damn about the profession he's currently interested in. Let's see. He probably would hate Johan to death and back.
Yeah. They're like like BFFs right
now. Let's see. Lexington would be an Isaac, and this is just a terrifying image.
I think Harvard and Johan are BFFs mostly because of the fact that Harvard's like, you have a bed, I'm asleep.
Oh, you're wet! No!
Lexington would be an Isaac. Very much so.
Oh my God, those guys would switch roles, and they'd be so perfect.
He'd be a villain, and it would make me sad.
Yeah. That's pretty much all of them. Yeah. That is all of the punks. So
that didn't take as long as I thought it would.
Yeah,
actually.
I mean, if they were out of character, holy shit. They still would be hell. It's just kind of like some characters are reverse places with other characters.
Yeah.
But their
appearances
and their voices, all of it would just kind of change and just be so awkward.
Their dynamics would be really different compared to what they usually would be.
Yeah. So I got to tell you guys this creepy story because I'm sitting here realizing I'm like, we stayed on topic for this one. But
holy shit.
Oh God, let's go off topic. Damn it! But anyway, last night we went to bed, okay? We were very tired. It's about 6:30 a.m. in the morning. We were answering questions for the remainder of the night. And we went upstairs and we went to bed. And we were out for, I guess, about 2 or 3 hours.
No, we weren't.
Or was it like an hour?
No, we hadn't fallen asleep yet. I was laying there.
I passed the hell out.
You passed the hell out. I didn't.
I was tired.
It takes me about an hour or two to fall asleep, guys, and it's the way I'm built. I took a sleeping pill before I went upstairs. Like, it's not over the counter sleeping medication is what it is. It's just something else.
Yeah, it's just something for nerves.
I went upstairs and we crawled into bed and I'm all snuggled up on her and we're laying there and I'm trying to sleep and then all of a sudden out of the blue, out of the quiet of the fan running and the humidifier going,
you hear a cracking
and it sounds like the window is cracked or it sounds like something hit the window or that somebody was cracking plastic in half. And
or you know those packing peanuts. You know how when you squeeze them and you're just kind of moving them around, they make that cracking kind of noise and then they just kind of pop. That's what it sounded like. And I was asleep, but I heard that distinct noise. And then I was about ready to just kind of pass right back out. And Hannah's like, did you hear that? What the hell was that? And I finally decided to wake up. It was
funny, too, because one of the questions we answered last night, we were like, we're going to be up all night hearing
creepy noises.
Exactly. So it was really funny
creepy
because of that. But yeah, I got up, I turned the lights, because I was like, what the hell was that noise? So I'm thinking maybe I'm this kind of a science nerd. I'm thinking, well, maybe the heater's right next to the window. It's really cold outside. Maybe there's some kind of expansion contraction thing going on with the window that causes it to crack.
Or, you know, maybe a peanut, you know, just kind of popped from something.
Yeah, one of the...
Because we have an air mattress.
We have some packing peanuts left in the room from when
I was opening stuff. But
yeah.
Now, we have an air mattress, so another plausible thing would be a peanut gets stuck, like, along the edge of it, underneath of it.
When we shift it cracks
it cracks,
open.
But we weren't moving from what I could tell.
Yeah, we were just laying there. I mean, I shifted a little bit, but not enough
we even took out the charger to my phone because it does tend to get hot sometimes, so we were like... making sure it wasn't a spark hot, and we could not figure out what this noise was. And like later on, I remember thinking, well, maybe because I had it happen before where the peanut, one of the peanuts, like if the cat's been in the room, the peanut will get stuck in the fan grill, and then eventually it'll
doesn't make the same noise.
Yeah, it'll eventually go in and just kind of crack. But we couldn't figure it out. And then this morning, I was the first one to wake up this morning. I set an alarm even on the weekends because I'd like to get up early and have half a day, even though I pass out midway. But I woke up and I have a Pikachu ring that I wear on my pinky, and I've had this since 6th grade, and I've been wearing it literally ever since 6th grade. It used to fit on my ring finger, but now it doesn't anymore. And I never take it off unless I'm doing dishes or I'm in the shower or, I'm screwing Hannah.
Thanks
but
for sharing.
Because it's just a plastic ring, and it's rubbed off from me taking it to work so many times and just dealing with paint and all that stuff. And so I just take it off every so often, so my finger, because the skin underneath of it will just kind of rot away or just kind of rub away.
Nice, it sounds terrible.
I know, but... I otherwise I never take it off, and I distinctly remember going up to bed and just passing the hell out, and the only time I woke up was when we heard this cracking noise. I have no reason to take this ring off. I wake up and I lean down because I put the glasses, and if I have my phone, I put it next to the bed. And I looked over and I picked up my glasses, and there's my ring. I don't remember ever taking my ring off, and it kind of creeped me out for a while because I do things when I'm asleep, sometimes when I'm really tired and I just kind of pass out. When my mom will come in, I have to give her shots for her migraines. She will tell me to give her a shot. I'll apparently sit up in bed and give her the shot just fine. It doesn't hurt her, doesn't do anything. I do exactly what I would do if I was awake. But I'm not awake. I'm dead asleep, and I don't remember it until she tells me later. And I would be like, "What are you talking about? I never gave you a shot." So I mean, I have those instances, but it's more so of a subconscious thing. It's a habit to give Mom these needles. It's not a habit for me to take off my ring at night. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm not gonna really push that because it'll just creep me out even more. But yeah, last night was really fucking creepy, and it was. I think it was Death Socks, wasn't it? It was Death Socks question. It was Death Socks question. It had to have been, because I remember we got on the topic of.
It was the last question. No, wait, no. It was Acro's question. We were talking about the chimeras. We were talking.
Oh, that's right. How creepy things were. Yeah, but I mean, but we kind of went in depth into it.
No, it was
the chimeras. Okay.
It was Acros, yeah.
But, I love how this... Stop it. But it was really creepy, so Acro, thank you very, very much for, the nightmares that we are entitled to have. And I had a nightmare...
Pause your music real quick.
Hang on. You hear that too?
Yeah. You hear that little thumping noise? I can't tell where it is.
I hear that every so often though, so I'm thinking it's like the heater.
I'm thinking it's the heater up here maybe, or outside. But I've been hearing it the whole time we were talking about creepy noises. I'm thinking, fuck.
Yeah.
Guys, it's like over to the right-hand side. We're sitting on the couch. Over to the right-hand side, kind of off, like either in the kitchen or in here somewhere. Keep hearing this tick, tick, tick.
Yeah, and there have been cases where, the cat will be laying here on the couch.
Maybe it's the house settling, I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, every so often...
You can turn your music back on.
I know, yes please.